Quickie Whisper. I have not done a video in a long time, and I thought I should do one again, just because I feel bad a little bit, and I kind of just need some ASMR therapy. Just need to talk out some things that are going on in my life at the moment. So, where to start? Well, first of all, I've got some Haribo Fisicola and these Italian chocolate wafer things that I bought last night when my partner and I were watching film. We were watching Mad Men. But anyway, so thought I'd munch on those and just kind of update you on some stuff that's going on and kind of talk out some of my current issues. Not that I'm suggesting that you're interested, but maybe they'll be interesting enough to listen to, or at least to relax you. That is the purpose of all of this anyway. So I am, well, chronologically starting. Hold on. This bag might be. There we go. In January, I put in an application for a new visa to stay in the United Kingdom. If you don't know, I'm American, and I've got a whole life going on here, and I don't want to get too specific, just because I don't want to give too much my life details away, but my partner and I have been together for over 3 years, and we're very serious. We've lived together for now a year and a half. Unfortunately, they did not find our application to be my application for the visa was refused, which is because they didn't find our relationship to be genuine, because they said we hadn't lived together long enough, which is a ridiculous reason, but so in the last month I moved house to a new house. This is a different place than I've done my videos before, and then within 2 weeks I received the refusal letter. Now we sought legal guidance, basically, to see if it was worth appealing this decision, and the lawyer that we saw was very, very good, but she said no, that technically we didn't meet their requirements, and they would definitely not hold our appeal. So in that time, since I have been refused, I have had to resign from my job. So I'm no longer working right now, and I'm going to have to go back to the United States and reapply for entry clearance as a proposed civil partner. Now, I know that you may think that we're trying to cheat the system, but we are really not. We love each other very, very much, and it's just not an option for us to not be together. And I have to tell you, it is so difficult the last few weeks, the last month. It's been just over exactly a month. It's been so hard. It's already been so difficult because the original visa application cost about £600. That's, gosh, I don't know, about 1100, something like that, 1,000 to 1,100 US dollars. And it's all non-refundable, so I lost all of that money in applying, even though I had a full-time job which paid well over the required salary. We had a flat together, and now we have a house together. We've been together for over 3 years, like I said. All of this, didn't matter. And now we have to pay, I believe it's £850, so it's probably more like $1,400-1,500 for a new visa so that I can come back. On top of the flights that I've had to schedule a flight back to America for this week. On Thursday I'll be leaving. And then when I come back, we'll have to get married immediately, or civil partnered. Because I'm not allowed to work on that visa, on that fiancé proposed civil partner visa. So obviously, we're kind of being put into this corner, put into this situation, but it's what we've been advised, and what we kind of, it's really our only option if we want to stay together, which obviously we do. My company has been amazing about it. I really, really, really appreciate everything they've done for me. They've done so much. Even so far as kind of the head of my company set me up with some temporary work in Florida. So that's wonderful, but I don't want to be going at all. I've really been kind of depressed about it. There's nothing, we can't do anything. Our lives are on hold, and they've been on hold since January when I submitted my application. I feel like a little kid, just saying, it's not fair, but it really isn't fair. I mean, if you're European, you're allowed to just come to the UK and work as part of exercising your EU treaty rights. And I don't begrudge the European citizens, continental Europeans that live in Britain. That's fine, that worked out for them. But I just find it annoying that I've been penalized for being from America, even though I have a full-time job. I pay my taxes to the UK. I don't rely on any benefits. I don't take anything from the system, so to speak. And yet my partner and I are just being kind of forced into this very disappointing situation, to put it mildly. He's been amazing about it as well. It's just, I couldn't do it without him. I think the most annoying part too is that we just don't have the money for it. We don't have the money to be going through all of this. I know everybody has money problems, so I'm not trying to, cry about that, but it's such an obstacle, and all the things that we had planned to do this year. I was supposed to go back and go back to the US for a few weddings and bring Jason so that he could meet my partner, so that he could meet my friends in the States. And now all of that's, basically over. I'm not going to be able to do that. But yeah, it's not where I thought my life would end up at this point. I never thought we'd be in this situation because we tried to do everything right. We did everything honestly. We didn't get married just so that I could stay here. We didn't do that kind of, we got married just for the visa. My partner's not very religious. And so marriage, marriage as an institution has not been hugely important to him, and that's fine by me. I don't really mind. I feel like this is a very depressing video, and I do apologize for that. I didn't mean for it to be, but I just felt like I've really been taking solace in everyone's recent videos, and I felt like I needed to kind of give back a video just because of all the help that it's been for me. These wafers are really good. This is the all of the supporting documents that we have to submit. So it's quite a fucking lot of stuff. So. Meanwhile, I have to thank everyone that's continued to subscribe to me over the past few months, even though I've not been making very many videos. I really appreciate it. I know it's not been very fruitful of you to for you to have subscribed, but I still really appreciate it. And I really love getting emails from YouTube that say somebody else has subscribed. It's really a lovely feeling. So thank you. And thanks to all the other people that just continue to subscribe. I know that I'm an off and on kind of video maker, but that's life, I guess. I don't know if these tangy Haribo things go very well with these chocolate wafers, but excuse me. So that's the very, very short version of what's going this temporary work lined up, but it's not going to pay much. So really, hopefully it'll be more of, keeping me from going insane while I'm waiting for the results of my application. Do you like our plant behind me? We called it Hildegard. Well, I called it something else, and Jace, my partner, I keep saying his name and then like backing out of it, as if you're gonna find out who he is. Anyway, yeah, he came up with that name, but I think it works. It's a very tropical kind of plant. We got it at the farmer's market near our old flat, and we took it in a taxi, and it rode in the taxi with us all the way back up here to our new house. We moved to zone 2, so it's a little less central rather, but that's fine because it's a lot quieter, a lot nicer, our house is humongous in comparison to what we had before. I feel like I'm getting fat as well, because I'm like, as soon as all this happened, I just lost the will to exercise, and I was doing really well. I was running like quite a bit every week, and we've had a really long winter here, so it's still not even that warm in the UK, not even in London. Although I hear it's been like that in the States as well. But yeah, I was doing really well, like running in the snow, running when, regardless. I was every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I was going out for a run. Because I was training for that 10K I think I mentioned in my last video, which I know is no big deal, but I've never run that far in my entire life, so that would be quite a feat for me, but I don't think I'll be able to do that anymore, which is a shame. But maybe I'll find another one once everything's sorted out and kind of back to normal. It's really a terrible position to be in, because you just want, you want things to move along, and you want your life to continue. I mean, everything was going so well, and it just kind of goes tits up then with one thing. Although I have to say, I was quite happy to find out the UK border agency is being disbanded. I said if I had a grave I'd go piss on it, but the Home Office in the UK has decided that the border agency is basically they've declared it unfit for purpose. So, it's not doing enough. It's not doing well enough to continue on. And so they've kind of said, alright, well, we're going to split it into two separate organizations. One will deal with just doing visas. That's all they do. And the other will go hunt down illegal immigrants, instead of having it all in, one organization, and things get messed up, things get left out, things get forgotten, and they've got these reported. I'm not sure, what the figures are for real, but the BBC always reports like they've got a backlog of like 14,000 appeal cases and stuff like that they just someone, a private, like an external investigator, like found, so many boxes in this room unopened that were just filled with like unopened appeal documents and stuff like that. So anyway, I'm happy that it's being disbanded. Maybe things will be easier for other people in the future. But I don't know. It says wafers al cacao con morbida crema. But cacao always reminds me of, Ronsky was just said this as well. It always reminds me of that character from Portlandia that says cacao, like as a safe word, but she starts saying to everything. I love Portlandia. I have a step cousin that lives in Portland, and she says it's basically like that, actually, so. Hold on, my computer's nearly dead. I'm just gonna plug it in. Anyway. One of my best friends from my job said maybe she'd hold a bake sale at her office where she works at a different office than I do, but same company. She'd hold a bake sale or something and try to raise money for my cause. So if any of you want to hold a bake sale in my honor, I'd be very grateful. Gotta go through all of this again and resort it and make a table of contents. It's got my banking for the last few years. It's got my partner's banking, my employment details, his employment details, our contracts for, rental agreements. It's, we've really been working. And anytime someone's completed something to go into, so whether it's like a testimonial or, an authorization that the pay slips that I've included are correct, that person has to photocopy their passport and include it within the application as well. So it's just like, it's unbelievable. Got pictures as well. couple since we've been together, though, because my partner doesn't really like to be in pictures. We've got our entire Facebook message history. We've got all of our emails from the week that we met until we moved in together. Our joint account, we've got a joint bank account, all of our utility bills, letters from my partner to his family. He's from Northern Ireland, and letters to his extended family saying just talking about our lives together and all of that. Yeah, we've got quite a few testimonials from our employers and our very close friends who have known us as a couple since the very beginning. So, thank God we've got amazing people in our lives, but it's still a pain. Oops, oh crap. Okay, I'm gonna stop messing with that before I really screw things up. I can't imagine that this video is very good, but it's good to just talk about it. I was feeling a little bit down because I'm leaving on, I've got under 2.5 days now. Because I leave on Thursday and today's Monday. It's already Monday afternoon. So obviously that's, a limited amount of time with my partner and just to get everything sorted, so. I know it sounds whiny. I'm really sorry for, I know it's not like a life or death situation if you're not involved, but for us it's really traumatic, and I wouldn't wish this on anyone. It's a huge disappointment, to say the least. And I'm so sorry if you're going through something worse. I don't mean to, I don't mean to kind of complain about something that's non-life-threatening or anything, but, we're talking about both of our lives, and just, it's really difficult. We don't want to be without each other. It's not like it's not working out, we tried, and, it's not like that. And I never thought that I would find someone that I would feel like that about, because it took me years and years and years before I could accept that I was gay. It took me years. All of my life I grew up just being like, it's fine, I'm not gay, don't worry about it, it's fine. I'll be fine, I just will ignore it, it'll be fine. And that did not really work out very well. I was raised, as I think I've mentioned, in a very, very, very religious household. And I myself still consider myself religious, but I just, in a different way, to my family. And they did not take well to the news that I was gay. And I know that it's quite a big issue currently in the States, gay marriage and everything, and it just riles me up because I'm sorry that I never took more interest in other, like, civil rights issues until it affected me. Like, I kind of, I was interested, and I thought it was terrible if someone's civil rights weren't being respected, but it's kind of, I don't understand why some people think that they have the right to kind of say what another person should do, because that's exactly what they're trying to do. I saw a political cartoon once, and it said something like, it had this like picture of looked like a kind of crazy televangelist or something, and he's like that, and he's like, we don't want the U.S. government telling us what to do. We want to tell you what to do. And he was pointing to like this, obviously two men in like tuxedos getting married or something like that. And I don't understand where people get off doing that. I mean, I used to be really into politics, but I'm not really anymore. Not so much. I find it interesting, but it's not like I study that. I almost went into politics well, I did. When I was younger, I wanted to get into politics. And then, as I got older, I was more like interested in them from an academic standpoint. And I almost went to university to study political science, but I opted for history because I love history, and yeah. But that's something, I don't consider myself like I am political when it comes to that particular issue. When it comes to people trying to, either legislate morality, because like that. I mean, obviously, I'm not saying, oh well, I think it's okay to kill people, so that shouldn't be against the law. But with two consenting adults, well, things like gay marriage, things like whatever, it just drives me insane that some people think that they have the right to kind of, especially, I love Rachel Maddow, and I was reading some comments on one of her videos a couple weeks ago, and just somebody was writing, being like, "Oh, I don't see why gay marriage should be upheld as a civil right in the Supreme Court, because that's private behavior, and why can't they basically they were like, why can't they just keep it to themselves?" And I just like, I almost wrote a comment, but I never write comments like that because it just starts really stupid conversations, and not even conversations. I wish that they could be classified as conversations. They start really stupid arguments, and people start, gosh, getting into religious arguments with you, and you just kind of go, just leave it alone. It's not. I'm not worth your time, and you're not worth my time to argue about it. Obviously, we see completely different views, and if you're so angry about it that you're willing to blow up about it in a comment war on YouTube, then I'm not really interested in arguing with you. But anyway, I know it sounds really stupid, and I am not a hippie, but it does. It is, like, it's just, for me, it's about love, and the fact that I love a man doesn't make my love any less valid than someone else. It's, if you've never been in a position of loving someone of the same sex, then you don't understand what it feels like. You can kind of cut it down and be like, oh yeah, well, that's, nature versus nurture, and come up with all these excuses for why it's not a legitimate feeling. But you've not been there, so don't you dare try to tell me that my feelings are not legitimate, or that they're, mental illness or something like that. It just gets me fired up. likely that both of the marriage equality cases in the Supreme Court turn out. That will be very, very interesting, because that could be a huge turning point in American civil rights history. But we'll see. I don't know. You never know. They could do that kind of like annoying thing where it actually, they make a decision, but it's kind of a wishy-washy decision. I kind of want it to be like a Brown versus Board of Ed moment where it's like, yes, finally done, dusted, it's over. It's gonna go that way. Anyway, I apologize for ranting. I'm not a very ranty person, unless it's about stupid things. I love ranting about stupid things, but this is an important, serious thing. But I think it's important, and it's on topic with, I guess, what I'm going through currently. Although I can't really remember how I got talking about this. Well, oh dear, I don't want to cough. Oh, that was a mistake. Oh, I'm gonna cough. Oh, my eyes are watering. Oh, it's all the little tiny bits from the Haribo. Oh my god. My sincere apologies. Sorry about that. Oh my god, that feels so much better. Anyway, I think I'll call it a day there. I sincerely, sincerely hope that you are all very much better than I'm doing right now. And I send you out very big hugs, and relaxing tingles to the ASMR community and to anybody who's listening. And just thank you for being there. I know that I don't know many of you or anything, but just having you there as my subscribers and listeners just really means a lot to me. So if you're still with me, if you're still listening, thank you. And I'll try to keep you guys updated as far as what's going on. So